First, we'd like to congratulate Michigan on a great season, great game. They came out. John Beilein is one of the best coaches of all time. They got early. We weren't prepared for some of the things they were doing. They jumped on us, and I should have known better with John. And then we kind of got settled in after that and did a good job defensively. But we have great respect for them, and it's just an honor to play them in this game. And we just feel so blessed that we're put in this position to have each other, have guys like this to play with, and we've been able to stay healthy all year, basically, especially towards the end, and we really feel humbled and blessed to be in this position.
We'll take questions for the student athletes. Most outstanding player Dante DiVincenzo is here, as well as Mikal Bridges and Jalen Brunson from the all-tournament team. If you have a question for the student athletes, please raise your hand. We're looking for the first one right now. Let's go toward the fourth row toward the center, and we'll start with Pat.
Dante, Pat 40 from Yahoo Sports. You've had some nights where you've really filled it up, but doing this on this stage, what was this night like for you?
Honestly, it was credit to these guys up here. They did a great job of making it difficult for Jalen and Mikal, and they were just making the right play. They were trying to be aggressive, and they were finding me. And Amari was setting great screens, getting me open.
We're going to go to the middle of the room. Mark?
Mark Tracy from the New York Times. Dante, again. Take us through the night 2 years ago, the title game night, what you were doing, what you were thinking, where you were exactly. And
yeah, I was on the bench in a suit during that last play. The ball got to Chris, and I had so much confidence in that shot that I was standing up before it even released. But I think that year versus this year, it was tough not being out there. I think that was the biggest thing, not being able to compete with these guys. And being out there this year, competing with these guys that were in that game really taught me a lot and taught me how to compete.
Toward the left side of the room, John.
John Whistler, San Antonio Express News. Dante, did you have any inkling at all today that you might have this kind of a night, or was it a situation where the ball you just saw the first one go in and it just opened up the floodgates?
Honestly, no. I did not think that I was going to have this kind of night, because every night I come into the game, I just try to bring energy. And if we get off to a good start, I try to take that energy to a new level. I try to defend, and I try to rebound to best my ability and just trying to get it going. And like I said, these guys did a great job of just finding me, and I found myself in the rhythm.
In the front of the room to the right.
Dante, Eugene Rapay, City of Basketball Love. When I spoke to Phil earlier this week, he said that when you redshirt, you feel hungry or to get out there because you're sitting back watching. As someone who did get to play in the 2016 title game, would you agree with that?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's right. When you're sitting out, you just want to compete. You just want to go out there and you just want to play as hard as you possibly can. And then when you get the chance to, you don't want to back away from that.
We're going to use the front left microphone, and we're going front and center. Vahe, questions for the student athletes.
Vahe Gregorian, Kansas City Star for Jalen, right here in front, sorry. Just, we've been asking Dante these questions, but I wonder what you would say are his attributes and what you think allowed him to do something like this on a night like this.
He's, works so hard, to make himself the best player he can be every day. Honestly, this is nothing special. Excuse me. This is very special. This is nothing surprising for us. I mean, we've seen Dante do this multiple times this year, but I'm just so thankful that he was able to have one of these nights tonight. I mean, it just shows you how much depth we have as a team and how we just don't care who gets the credit. If someone's hot, feed them, and just try and play off each other and just making sure that we're all playing together.
Third row on the left, Nancy.
Nancy Armour, USA Today. For Jalen and Mikal, what is Dante like going against? What's it like to go against Dante in practice? We heard the story about 2 years ago that he played Buddy Hield on the scout squad. So, you said that you've seen this before, but what kind of things has he done just against you guys in practice?
Let's ask Mikal to take that first, and then Jalen.
Yeah, it's very tough. Sometimes I think about like if I'm a good defender or not, because sometimes in practice he just makes me look bad. But especially that year he sat out when he played Buddy Hill. I think that really made it easier when we went into that game defending Buddy Hill, because Tay did such a great job, like mimicking him and knowing how he plays. He really helped us out a lot, and I'm thankful to have him, and he's gonna keep getting better from here.
And Jalen.
Buddy Hield, Dante was a special person. It's someone that might have just came out tonight. He's just so special. He works his butt off, and he deserves all this. And just to see where he's come from since us rooming together freshman year, and just seeing how his work ethic has gotten so much better every day, and just to be the best player he can be. In practice, he just goes at everybody. He just has that mindset that he's a killer, and that's what makes him special.
Continuing with questions for the student athletes, second row center.
Ryan Schuling, the Team 92.1 FM in Lansing, Michigan. Jalen, for you. You were down 21-14 with 11 minutes to go in the first half. Coach talked about how John Beilein would game plan for you. You turned it around on a 30-9 run. Dante was part of that. But when did you feel it turning finally in your favor, and what caused that?
I really think it started with our defense. We've been trying to make ourselves the best defensive team we can be all year, and we just kept chipping away, and knowing that it wasn't going to be perfect, it wasn't going to be easy, but we just had to keep grinding, to be able to do it defensively and while making shots, and really is special. But we were getting stops after that first burst they had, but we were just able to play together on defense.
Fourth row on the right.
Ryan Willett, ESPN San Antonio. Jalen, you were the National Player of the Year, but when you have a teammate catch fire like Dante did tonight, what do you do as the point guard to get him as many touches or shots as possible?
Well, from what I remember, I was on the bench, so I just kept telling him to keep going, just keep going. But he knows how to play the game of basketball. He knows how to be aggressive at the same time, get his other teammates shots, and he just has a knack of doing that. And he's just so special, and it just shows tonight.
Toward the center of the room, toward the back, Zach.
Zach Brazil, New York Post. For all three of the players, it's the second title in 3 years for the program. Well, obviously, the last 5 years have been memorable. What do you think the future is for this program with what's coming in, what's coming back? I know a few of you guys obviously have decisions to make, but what do you think just this program is going to continue to do?
Mikal first, then Jalen, then Dante, please.
Coach does a great job, recruiting guys and, finding guys that fit perfect for Villanova basketball. And, all of us, we're all going to get better every year. Spring and summer, we're going to get better, and every guy's going to keep developing. And we're going to keep, getting better at Villanova basketball as good as we can. And, that's a lot of credit to Coach, him just pushing us, making us be the best player we can be at the end of the day, and him also recruiting.
Jalen.
I just think it starts with Coach Wright and his mentality of recruiting. He recruits great young men, not just on the basketball court, but in the classroom and obviously as a person, who are very intelligent on and off the floor. And I think it's a credit to just making sure he gets the right people for this program. Not everyone's fit for it, but it's just the type of person that these kids are, that we are. We're great people. I like to say, all of us are great people off the court. We try to be the nastiest on the court, but when it comes to off the court, we try to be as genuine people as much as we can. So I think that's what's most important. It's just finding the right kids to keep this culture alive.
And Dante.
I think these guys said it, honestly, but one thing, as the older guys on the team, is we have so much confidence in the type of person Coach is going to bring into the program. When we were younger, those guys had the same type of confidence, and we know what we're going to get next year. We know that we have guys coming in that are hungry to get better and great people off the court. And like these guys said, we know when they're coming in, we're not going to have many issues with these guys.
Two more questions for the student athletes before they head to the locker room. We're going all the way left in the green.
Chris Solari, Detroit Free Press. Mikal, Jalen said that this started with defense, the big run in the second half. What did you guys do to limit Wagner there down the stretch after he started off so hot?
Yeah, he's a very talented player, as you can see, and we just be more aggressive and just trying to help more. Just loading towards him and just playing as a team. Not just one guy on him. Make it tough on him. If one guy's guarding him and he drives, you got other guys maybe attacking or there to maybe block a shot or something like that. Just a lot of team defense that helped that out a lot.
Final question for the student athletes, if there is one. John?
John Whistler, San Antonio Express News. This is for Jalen McHale. Compare the two championships. Sweeter this time, first time?
We'll ask Mikhail to take that first, then Jalen, please.
Two different roles. The first one, just coming, off the bench, bringing energy, learning a lot from the older guys, and then now this role, being a leader. I think, leading the team and going through a lot of struggles we did throughout the year, and just, coach staying on, us as leaders, and then me, getting on the young guys, but also have to do what we have to do, because why would they look at me if I'm not playing Villanova basketball? Like, why should they? So I think this one means a lot, because just being a leader.
Jalen.
I'll kind of have to say the same thing. It's great how things come full circle. As a younger guy, you're doing what's best for the team. Trying to make sure everyone's playing together, and you're not trying to take anything away from that individually. Just being able to do that and win a national championship my freshman year, it just shows you what could happen when you buy in to think about the team and not just yourself. And then as an older guy, you're doing the same thing, but you're trying to teach younger guys how to do that as well. And so just being taught that my freshman year and then now teaching it as an upperclassman, it just shows you that when you buy into team things, a lot can come your way that's unexpected, and you're just going to keep getting better, and you're just going to have the right mindset to make sure everyone's on the same page, and things can come out pretty special.
We want to thank and congratulate Mikhail, Jalen, and Dante one final time here in the main interview room. They're going to head back toward the locker room and join their teammates for some more questions and answers with the media. We have questions for Coach Wright. Obviously, we'll get to the first one as soon as the student athletes get a chance to clear the dais.